There are 5 changes coming to Social Security in 2026 that should worry all seniors. One of them could actually shrink your Social Security check. Plus, there are 2 bills in Congress right now that could increase benefits for seniors on Social Security and disability benefits, but are actually stuck in Congress. These are bills that the president has supported, but because of the current environment and one particular issue that is taking place in Congress, these bills are being held up and dashing the hopes of seniors who've been waiting all year to get a Social Security increase. I'm going to bring you the details on what is happening to those 2 bills that could put more money in your pocket. My name is Kwame Kwade. I am a government benefits expert. For 15 years, I've been helping seniors get the retirement benefits they deserve. I create content on Social Security, disability, Medicare, Medicaid, food stamps, and other personal finance topics that affect seniors and their retirement and benefits. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am glad you're here. Do me a quick favor, go into the comment section and let me know your city and your state, because I like to know where you guys are watching my broadcast from. And if you've been watching this channel for a while now, thank you for returning. I am glad you are here. We have a lot to cover, and it starts with these 5 changes, critical changes that are going to happen to Social Security that should worry seniors a lot. And the first one could actually shrink your paycheck, and that is the most important. And that is the Social Security increase slated for 2026. Now, traditionally, Social Security increase has not been a big event. It comes in, seniors know that they're going to get a COLA increase. You may not like what you get, but it happens, and it's not the biggest life-changing event that happens. And if you look at the last 20 years, cost of living adjustment has been pretty stable. The average has been 2.6%. And last year, or this year to speak, 2025, when they announced COLA in 2024 for 2025, you know, this time last year, it was 2.5%. And so, why is that news? Well, the problem is what is happening behind the scenes that is causing COLA to now shrink your Social Security or disability check. And let me explain. There are several things that are happening right now. The first one is inflation. And let's talk about 5 different areas where seniors have seen substantial price increases that are not being reflected in the cost of living adjustment that the government is doing for seniors. And so you're in this situation where, on one hand, seniors are experiencing tremendous inflation. On the other hand, the government is telling you that you should take a 2.7% cost of living adjustment because inflation has come down. But what that is missing is that prices that have gone up never came back down. And so seniors on fixed income are still wrestling with the fact that prices rose up very quickly and their Social Security and disability benefits did not rise as fast. And so they feel left behind because what they are, what their check, their Social Security check used to be able to buy previously, is now cannot buy the same amount of goods and services anymore because of increased inflation. And so a lot of seniors have been left in a situation where they are in distress because they feel like they cannot get ahead. And Congress has been promising Social Security increase, which I'm going to talk about. There are 2 bills that are stuck in Congress. One, the president is supporting, that could bring real relief. One is a stimulus bill. The other is an actual Social Security increase that I've been talking about the entire year, that I'm hopeful that there will be movement on, but we haven't seen much movement, which is frustrating a lot of seniors. So stay to the end of this video. I'm going to talk about those 2 stimulus bill, the $2,000 stimulus bill that the president want Congress to pass, and the Social Security increase on top of that, that could put real money in your pocket. But let's continue this discussion about inflation. So what are the 5 areas that seniors have seen tremendous price increases? Let's start with one that is not often talked about, but is actually a game changer when it comes to bills that seniors have been paying: electricity. If you feel that your electricity bill has shot up dramatically in the last 12 months, you are not alone. And a lot of seniors are facing the same situation. I live in Maryland, and our electricity bill has gone up by an astronomical amount that I've been living in this state for what, since 2011 when I moved to Maryland, and no, 2001. um so over 20 years, and I have not seen electricity bill gone up that high than I've seen the last 12 months. And it turns out that part of the reason has to do with AI. AI companies need supercomputers in order to build their big language models, their big AI models. And so they need a lot of computing power. And for you to be able to generate that much computing power, you need a lot of electricity. And so AI revolution that is happening is driving electricity prices through the roof. And there is no end in sight because I don't think they can build enough capacity to be able to catch up soon, especially given the bureaucratic nature of things where one project that will change the entire country gets caught up in paperwork and red tape and bureaucracy. And so I don't think they're going to build enough electricity capacity over the next 5 years to catch up, given the demand and the AI race that is happening. So that's one of the things that seniors have experienced tremendous electricity price increases. Let me know if this has affected you. Let me know in the comments if you've experienced tremendous electricity price increase. It looks like my screen is freezing up. I don't know what's going on, but the only solution is to shut this down and restart. And I'm not going to do that because I'm in the middle of recording this. So I'm just going to keep going. So bear with me. The second area that we've seen rapid price increase has to do with rent. And I just saw a Newsweek article recently that was talking about why have prices gone up so dramatically when it comes to rent. And you can see from what I'm showing you on my screen, the median asking rent rose by 4.4% for a 0 to 1 bedroom apartment. I don't know if there's a 0 to 1 bedroom apartment to 1,650, and by 3.6% for a 2 bedroom apartment to 1,920. In both cases, the biggest increase since September 2022, while it stayed flat for 3 bedroom apartments, which is 2,199. However, even in the case of a 3 bedroom apartment, August marked the first time in 5 months that the median asking rent did not decline. According to experts, rents are now rising because supply is dwindling while demand remains robust as it has been for the past few years. Many Americans are choosing renting over buying due to long-standing affordability challenges. So people cannot afford to buy homes, and so they're choosing to rent. And as a result, that is causing a crisis, and that is impacting seniors in a tremendous way. And so, if you are facing this rent crisis, I want to hear from you. What has been the price increase in your rent? If you're a senior and you're renting, whether you're on Social Security or disability, let me hear from you in the comments. That is the second area that seniors have seen tremendous increase: electricity, utility, and rent. The third area, which will come as no surprise, is food prices. So let's talk about food prices for a second. Um, the thing with food, the thing with food prices is that it has gone up tremendously, and in 2025, surprisingly, food prices are at an all-time high. Grocery prices are at an all-time high in 2025. So let me move this off the screen so that you can see the full screen. You can see every part of food and alcohol, meat, produce, dairy, grocery, alcohol, cheese have all gone up substantially this year. Okay. Now, let's add another picture. I have another image I want to show you regarding food prices that will even paint the bigger picture that I want to share with you before we move on to other things. So here is a recent data that came out talking about eating at home and buying food outside. It says grocery inflation highest since 2022 as the tariff effects from President Trump's tariff pile up. Food prices 3.2%. Food at home, people who are just eating at home, 2.7%. Look at meat prices, 5.6%. So you have electricity gone up, rent has gone up. I'm showing you that groceries have also gone up, right? Now, what is the fourth area where prices are slated to go up even more dramatically? And that is healthcare. And if you're a senior paying Medicare, this should come as no surprise to you because and let me share something with you. Somebody did a little survey about food, and I saw on Reddit, so I'm going to post this real quick. So this is the same pot roast beef chuck pot roast boneless USDA choice, the same thing, right? And they looked at it from December 2024 and then to September 2025. Costco, right? Kirkland signature brand, $32. Same thing, right? Same. Let me look at the weight. Okay, well, the one on the right is a little bit, but look at the price per pound. $5.99 to $9.99. Like, that is huge. And this is the kind of price increases that people are seeing across the board. And this just highlights just one of them. But I wanted to share with you what was happening with healthcare price increases so that we can paint even a more fuller picture of what's happening to seniors when it comes to price increases. So if you're on Medicare Part B, your premium is about to shoot up a lot, and that should not come as a surprise. But the thing is, that is one more thing that is going to add to challenges that seniors are facing when it comes to um, Social Security increase. So I'm telling you all of this not to like scare, like a scare tactics or fear mongering or anything, is to tell you that your Social Security cost of living adjustment is not going to do what you think is going to do because it's going to be eaten up by Medicare. And that is not a good thing. Medicare Part B is going up by 11.6%. Medicare Part B deductible is going up by 12%. And so that is the fourth area where seniors have been struggling. And if you don't think that's enough, car repairs, automobile repair is another area that seniors have seen a sharp increase. If you've taken your automobile to the shop lately, you probably have experienced how expensive it's become to just repair your car. And so you put all of this together, and it makes sense that seniors are cutting back. Okay. Um, I put this survey up from the University of Michigan. 53% of seniors have reported feeling stressed about their personal finances. 52% are cutting back. 47% said they've been impacted by inflation a great deal. So, what am I saying with all of this? I'm saying that there's one change coming in 2026, which is your Social Security cost of living adjustment. Is going to be announced this Friday. Today is October 22nd. It's going to be announced on 25th, 24th, Friday 24th. It's not going to be much. Experts say it's going to be 2.7% or 2.8%. I think it's going to be 2.8%. But even that, it's not enough because I've shared with you gigantic price increases in a lot of areas that a 2.7% or 2.8% Social Security cost of living adjustment is a slap in the face and is going to shrink your social security check because a whole chunk of it is going to be taken by Medicare Part B premiums, and then all the other costs that have risen out of control. So you are not going to feel like you got an increase. It may even feel like a decrease because, you know, you are experiencing inflation at a rate that we have not seen in a while. So that is the first change I wanted to walk you through that is going to happen, that is going to cause a lot of seniors distress. The second is that the full retirement age is going up. The Social Security full retirement age is going up to 67. Now, why is that important? I think my screen is freezing up again. Why is that important? Well, it is because we know that come 2032, the Social Security Trust Fund is going to run out of money. And your full retirement age is when you get all the benefits that you are entitled to. You get 100% of the Social Security benefits that you're entitled to. So the more they increase your retirement age, the more they delay your retirement, but also a lot of seniors get Social Security at age 62. And so pushing the full retirement age back means that a lot of people are going to be leaving money on the table because they cannot wait that long. And so they just retire early at 62, take a 30% cut in their Social Security check and keep it moving. But there's a tremendous effect that happens over time, over your lifetime, when you see how much money you have lost. So that is the second change that is happening that I don't think a lot of seniors are going to be happy about. The third change, which is significant, is about disability benefits. Now, President Trump is instituting a policy to make it harder for seniors to get disability benefits. Now, this is big news, and I don't think it's getting the amount of coverage that it deserves from the media. But pretty much, you know, um, the Trump administration is putting in place a law or a change to the rule um, that is going to affect how seniors qualify for disability benefits. And let me try to pull it up. And you're probably thinking like, why is that even happening? Well, they are trying to make it harder for you to apply for disability benefit because the government claims that a lot of people are getting disability that do not deserve it. But here is the truth. I think that it is just one of the things that points to an increasing um, propensity for the government to deny seniors benefits under the disguise of fraud, waste, and abuse. And I want to hear from you in the comments while I try to pull this up because this is a big deal, and I want to share with you and I want to explain to you what's happening because it's going to impact a lot of seniors and their ability to get or stay on disability benefits. And again, I want to apologize if my screen has been freezing up. It is because of something that's going on with the internet today. And since I'm in the middle of sharing this with you, I cannot fix it. So, anyway, if you want to stay on top of all the news and updates, everything I've been sharing with you, join my text club where I send you text messages on important news and updates that you need to be aware of. Thousands of seniors have already joined and are receiving text messages from me about breaking news and updates, and you should join too. So, if that's something that is of interest to you, text the word insider to 443-293-0080 to be able to be added to my text club where I send you text messages. It's no charge to you, it's free. Um, and you get to stay on top of the news and updates. But let me talk about this disability benefit issue um, more clearly. So I'm going to share my screen with you. My computer is unstable today, so bear with me. But this is a Washington Post breaking news and it's an exclusive. So they dug into this story, and here is what the Washington Post is reporting: that the Trump administration is setting up a new rule that will limit disability benefits for older Americans. What does this mean? Well, what they are doing is that one of the criteria for getting disability benefits is age. If you're a senior citizen, your likelihood of getting approved for disability benefits because of age is higher, because after age 50, it's harder to be able to, if you're hurt or you're ill and you can't do the same job that you've been doing, it's harder to retrain into a different career. So that is taken into consideration. And so seniors who apply for disability who have qualified and have a condition that qualifies them for disability are more likely to get approved. Well, that is about to change. The Trump administration is dropping age as a helping factor. The fact that age used to be able to help you get disability more quickly if you're a senior citizen, they are dropping that. So what does that mean? It means that 20% of seniors who apply for Social Security going forward, disability, are not going to be able to get it. And why is that important? Well, think about it. If you are at age 50 and you cannot work, but you can only apply for Social Security at age 62, that 12-year period, where are you supposed to get money? That is why the Social Security program included disability insurance, SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance. It's an insurance, it's called an insurance for a reason, so that should you need it, it's available to you if you qualify. Well, now they are making it much harder for you to qualify. And I think that is a change that's coming that should worry a lot of seniors. The fourth change has to do with paper checks. That was implemented on September the 30th. It's already happening. But here's the thing: a lot of seniors who have been impacted, some are still struggling to figure it out, because if you've been getting paper checks for a long time and now you, for some reason, cannot get a bank account, then you're stuck in the middle. And the government is not going to mail you your Social Security check. So the other option you have is something called the Direct Express debit card. It's a prepaid debit card backed by the US government, but is riddled with a lot of problems. Direct Express customer service has been a problem for years, and it's not getting any better. And so I think that if you're a senior citizen and you have a Direct Express card, or that is the only option you have, it doesn't make for a pleasant experience in receiving your Social Security and disability benefits unless they change the program, unless they rework that program. It hasn't been the best. And so the fact that seniors are stuck with that program and that's all they have to go off of, if you don't have a bank account, is very problematic. So the fifth change is what I know a lot of you are waiting for. So let's talk about it. There are two bills in Congress right now. President Trump wanted to give seniors a $1,000 stimulus, $2,000 stimulus. And that is something that made the news. And he was thinking of doing it before the end of the year. And now it looks like it's stuck in Congress. And so that is a problem. Let me try and share my screen so that I can share with you what's happening with that. So the president is considering giving a $2,000 stimulus, which is an exciting news. And now it's stuck in Congress. And so that is frustrating a lot of seniors, because of the government shutdown, no movements have happened. And in my opinion, if nothing happens in October, we're not going to see any movement until January, because November, Congress is going to break for Thanksgiving, and then they're not going to come back probably until after January. And so the stimulus, the 2000 stimulus that seniors were waiting for, is now stuck in Congress. On top of that, the Social Security Expansion Act, which if you've been watching my channel, I've talked about all year, is also now stuck, which was going to give a $200 increase across the board for Social Security and disability benefits. Everybody, a $200 increase a month. And on top of that, seniors that were getting a small, tiny Social Security check, we're now going to get more, a $600, $660 increase if you were getting the minimum Social Security benefit. That is also now stuck in Congress. And so you put all that together, and it may feel like seniors are being left behind. And if that's how you feel, you're right. You're right, because Congress should do their job and just do their job. They're being paid a lot of money. The average congressperson is getting like $175,000 a year. The average senior on Social Security is probably getting what, 20,000 maybe at best. And so you're being paid a lot of money to do a job, and they barely do it, and put seniors in a position. So for us, when we say putting seniors first, which is what you see on the screen, it means digging in and looking at who is prioritizing things that will strengthen Social Security, Medicare, and provide an environment where seniors can thrive in retirement, whether they've already retired or are preparing to retire. That makes it easy for them to retire with dignity, and be able to live a decent life without always being threatened that their benefits will be cut, or their benefits will not last, or that they cannot expect their full benefits in the future. And that is all on Congress and the president to work together to fix. So that's what we are about. And that is why we do this, and bring all this to you. So if you like what you heard, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I want to talk to you about a community that I have started, um, that you should look into if you are looking to find a place of belonging where you can be among other seniors who are getting tremendous value by joining this community that I formed. It's called the School Community. And what I do is that I go deeper with you guys, um, on topics that are happening, anything in and out of Congress that is happening that could impact your benefits. I am bringing it to you as part of this paid community. And the question is, why should you join this community? Well, the address is below, skol.com/benefits insider. Check it out. And there are 5 benefits to being part of this community. Benefit number 1, I'm doing weekly live updates where you can ask me questions directly. There is a whole tab on the community where you can go in and ask me a question. I'll do the research and answer you, personalized to you, to your specific question. Number 3, I have released a lot of paid guides. If you go to my YouTube channel, there's a store there that you can see all the guides that I've released over the years. You get all of that for free as part of this community. Number 4, anything that's happening that I know is relevant to you, I am going to create resources and bring the experts to come in and talk to you so that you can understand how it affects you and your retirement. Number 5, money saving tips, discounts, perks, anything that's out there that could enhance your retirement. We want to bring it to you first. Plus, you're going to be part of a community of seniors who are all heading in the same direction, trying to retire and minimize their stress in retirement and maximize their retirement benefits. So any strategies that will help you maximize your retirement benefits, I want to bring it to you as part of this community. So go to www.skol.com/benefits insider and check it out. You would like it because there's over 250 seniors that have already joined this paid community and are getting the value that I'm talking about. And I think you too will benefit from being part of this community. I was going to do a whole slide about it, but because of the shaky internet, I don't want to mess with that. So I wanted to just briefly share that with you. If you like what you heard today, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in another video tomorrow. I apologize for all the shakiness of the video today.